Have you ever stopped to wonder if your cat could be protecting you spiritually? For many people, cats are more than just pets. They are true spiritual guardians. Our feline companions have a connection with dimensions that we humans often cannot understand. Have you ever noticed your cat fascinated by something you can't see, or reacting to sounds that don't seem to exist? They often seem focused on something beyond our perception, and act courageously in the face of what we cannot see. So today, let's explore together 13 spiritual signs that indicate that your cat is protecting you spiritually, and most importantly, how you can better understand this unique spirituality. The fixed and deep gaze. Have you ever noticed your cat staring at you fixedly, without blinking, with a gaze so intense that it seems to pierce your soul? This behavior, which may seem strange or disconcerting at first glance, carries one of the most powerful signs of spiritual protection. For many esoteric traditions and ancient beliefs, the cat's eyes are portals between worlds. They see the unseen, capture subtle energies, and perceive that which is beyond human understanding. When your cat gazes deeply and silently at you, he's not just curious or bored. In fact, this gesture reveals a deep spiritual connection, as if he is scanning your aura, analyzing your energetic state, and ensuring that everything around you is in harmony. It is as if, through that firm and penetrating gaze, he was channeling a cosmic energy, an invisible force in the universe, with the intention of protecting, balancing, and even guiding his next steps. This seemingly immobile gaze functions as a kind of spiritual surveillance. The cat is completely attentive, like a silent sentinel, assessing the environment around it, and especially you. He observes your emotional vibration, your thoughts, your fears, and your intentions. And in doing so, it acts as a guardian of your inner journey, ensuring that you do not stray from the right path. Many believe that at this moment, the cat is energetically cleansing your mind, helping you to reconnect with the present and removing confusion or negativity that is trying to influence you. Walk in circles around you. Have you ever noticed your cat walking in circles around you, almost as if it is performing a small ritual? At first glance, this behavior may seem like just a joke, a way to get your attention, or even a random habit. But the truth is that in the spiritual universe, this circular movement has a deep and ancestral meaning. It is a powerful energy protection practice. In many ancient cultures and mystical traditions, the circle is seen as one of the most sacred and complete shapes in the universe. It represents infinity, totality, connection with the divine, and above all, the protection. The act of drawing a circle around something or someone is, symbolically, the creation of a force field, an invisible shield that prevents the entry of negative energies and positively influences the environment. When your cat walks in circles around you, he is intuitively activating this spiritual symbology. It is creating a kind of energetic wall around your body and your aura, shielding you against unwanted external influences, envy, spiritual attacks, or even negative thoughts that may be circulating around you. This circle acts as a vibrational barrier, aligning your frequency with energies of peace, balance, and protection. And more than that, this gesture also conveys a comforting feeling of spiritual welcome. It's as if, in that moment, you were surrounded by an aura of love, care, and security. The cat becomes, at that moment, a silent guardian. Its presence around you is like an energetic hug, invisible to the eyes, but deeply felt by the soul. So, the next time your cat starts walking in circles around you, watch carefully and affectionately. This is not a common gesture. It's a silent ritual of protection, a sign that your cat is actively watching over you, clearing your energy field, and strengthening your connection with the sacred. Honor this moment, take a deep breath, and feel protected, because you are. Run after you. Has it ever happened that you are walking around the house and suddenly your cat runs after you, almost as if it were chasing you? At first glance, this attitude may seem strange, unexpected, or even a little scary. But on a spiritual level, this gesture has a much deeper meaning than it seems. When a cat runs after you, he is fulfilling an urgent protection mission, like a guardian who senses an invisible threat and takes immediate action. Cats have a heightened sensitivity to energies and entities that we humans often cannot perceive. They are able to detect the approach of negative vibrations, malicious spirits, or even energetic imbalances in the environment. And when this happens, your cat's protective instinct is activated. He runs after you not as a joke, but as a form of push away this bad energy that may be trying to get closer. This behavior can be interpreted as a true act of spiritual courage. The cat positions itself between you and the invisible threat, often absorbing or dissipating that energy before it reaches you. He moves with agility and precision, like a silent warrior protecting his territory, and you are a sacred part of that territory. By running towards you, he is putting himself on the front line, ready to neutralize any evil influence. So if your cat runs after you, don't be alarmed. Receive this gesture as a blessing. He is acting as a true spiritual guardian, attentive and vigilant, who springs into action when something invisible threatens your well-being. This behavior shows how connected he is with you, not just on the physical plane, but also on the energetic and spiritual plane. His presence in your life is a silent, often misunderstood, but extremely powerful gift of protection. Run in front of you. Have you ever noticed your cat running in front of you, almost as if it's trying to guide you along a specific path? This behavior, which may seem random or even mischievous, actually carries a powerful spiritual charge. When a cat takes the lead, it's not just an act of curiosity or playfulness. It's a clear, intentional gesture of protection and spiritual leadership. In the mystical universe, it is believed that cats are natural guardians of the energetic roots and decisions we make on our journey. When they run in front of us, it's as if they are saying, "Wait, let me check first. Let me open the way." It is an attitude of deep care, where the cat positions itself as route protector, taking care not only of the physical space you occupy, but also of the energetic and spiritual path you are following. This action may indicate that he perceives something ahead, a dense energy, an unbalanced vibration, or even a spiritual influence that could affect you. When running in front of you, he is trying to prevent you from coming into contact with what could harm you. Your instinct acts like a protective radar, capturing information from the environment before you are even aware of what is happening. It's as if, at that moment, the cat turned into a silent spiritual guide, taking temporary leadership of your journey, not because you want to control, but because you want to protect. He goes ahead not on impulse, but on a mission. This gesture shows how much he is in tune with you, to the point of anticipating invisible dangers and placing himself as an energetic barrier between you and what could harm you. Allowing your cat to lead the way is more than an act of trust. It's an act of spiritual honor. You are recognizing that that small being has a connection with more subtle planes, and that its presence is capable of shaping and protecting the space around it. When you accept this leadership, even for a few steps, you create a vibrational field of safety, as if you were being led by a being of light in feline form. The next time he runs in front of you, watch him with respect. He may be tracing a path of light, driving away shadows and ensuring that your every step is taken with protection, clarity, and safety. Your cat is saying silently, "Trust me, I'm looking out for you." Touch your eyes with your paws. If at some point during the night, you felt the light touch of your cat's paws on your eyes, like a soft, almost ceremonial gesture, know that this goes far beyond a simple affection. In the spiritual world, this act represents a deep energetic protection and a direct connection to your spiritual vision. The eyes are more than windows to the soul. In several mystical traditions, they are considered portals, channels through which we absorb and interpret not only the physical world, but also impressions of the invisible. At night, when we are most energetically vulnerable, these doors are more susceptible to the influence of dense energies, nightmares, and spiritual attacks. It is in this moment of fragility that your cat, sensitive as a guardian of the subtle plane, acts. By touching his eyes with his paws, he's not just showing affection. He is energetically sealing your vision, creating a luminous barrier that prevents spiritual disturbances from entering. It's as if, with that simple gesture, he was saying, "Rest in peace, I am protecting your portals." This subtle touch carries a protective vibration, as if it is covering your eyes with light, an energetic layer that acts as a shield against any form of spiritual interference. By doing this, your cat acts as a real feel-it where I am, ensuring your inner peace, blocking recurring nightmares, nighttime anguish, and even spiritual pressures that could affect your soul during the state of deep rest. Sit by the door and stare at nothing. How many times have you seen your cat sitting in front of the door, standing still, staring blankly into nothingness? This moment, often silent and seemingly meaningless, carries one of the most powerful acts of spiritual protection a cat can perform. In that instant, he is not just observing his surroundings, he is in energetic wakefulness, acting as a true guardian between worlds. Doors, in many esoteric and spiritual traditions, are seen as passage portals, not just for the physical, but also for the spiritual. Not only people and objects can enter through them, but also invisible vibrations, intentions, and energies. And that's precisely why your cat chooses this place. He positions himself there as a spiritual sentinel, ready to block any malicious energy that tries to cross the threshold of your home. When he sits at the door and stares into the emptiness, he is actually in tune with plans that we cannot see. He observes what is beyond our reach: subtle presences, energetic variations, entities, floating thoughts. His fixed and attentive gaze is not distracted. It is concentrated, deliberate, and protective. It's as if he said silently, "You don't come in here. This space is sacred. Who are?" So the next time you see your cat standing in the doorway staring into space, know that an invisible battle is going on there, a silent defense against the chaos outside. He's not waiting for something to happen. It's what stops something bad from happening. Your home is a temple and your cat is the guardian. Sharp and loud meows. Have you ever been bothered or surprised by a loud, sudden, high-pitched meow coming from your cat? That piercing sound, which sometimes seems like a scream or a warning, may sound strange in everyday life. But spiritually, it is one of the strongest forms of healing, energy protection that your cat can offer. These meows are not simple manifestations of hunger or seeking attention. When issued at specific times, especially when there is no apparent reason, they act as sacred sound frequencies, true spiritual cries that remove negative presences, destabilize dense energies, and expel unwanted entities that may be trying to get closer. On the spiritual plane, sound is one of the oldest tools for healing and defense. Many ancient rituals used chants, bells, mantras, and sound instruments to clean environments, and the cat's meow fulfills exactly this function in a natural and instinctive way. It's as if, with that sharp sound, he was tearing the energy field around it and rearranging the vibration of the space, making it lighter, safer, and more secure. Rub against you. When your cat approaches you with that soft walk, wraps his body around your legs, and rubs against you, perhaps even leaving hair on your clothes or skin, he's doing much more than showing affection. This gesture, so common and affectionate, is actually an ancestral energy exchange. He is marking you with your positive energy and creating an invisible shield of spiritual protection around you. Spiritually, this behavior is a form of seal the connection between you. By rubbing itself, the cat is saying to the universe, "That person is under my protection." It's as if he were activating a vibrational field that surrounds your body, and mainly, your aura, the energetic layer that protects you from external influences. Fighting the invisible. Have you ever witnessed your cat suddenly becoming agitated, jumping into space, pawing the air, or running around as if chasing something you can't see? As strange as it may seem, this behavior, it's not random. It is, in fact, a clear manifestation that your cat is fighting invisible forces that surround the environment. These apparently unexplained actions are, in the spiritual dimension, real energy battles. Your cat is facing subtle presences, dense energies, spiritual obsessors, or even malicious spirits that are trying to infiltrate your home or approach you. And he doesn't hesitate, takes action to neutralize evil, even if you can't see or feel it. The cat, as an extremely sensitive being, perceives energy fluctuations that humans often ignore. He senses when there is an imbalance in the environment, a spiritual opening, or an altered vibrational field. And upon detecting this interference, he attacks with precision, using her feline energy as a weapon of light, silence, and focus. Paws crossed on alert. Have you ever observed your cat standing still, with its body relaxed, but with its paws crossed and an attentive look, as if ready to act at any moment? This posture, which at first glance may seem merely comfortable or elegant, is actually a high state of spiritual vigilance. When the cat crosses its front paws firmly and remains motionless for long moments, it is assuming an energetic sentinel position. It's as if he were saying, "I am here, attentive to everything that moves in the invisible." This position is a way to center your energy, align your chakras, and channel spiritual forces, which make you even more sensitive to the subtle presences around you. Sleep by your side. When your cat curls up next to you in bed, snuggling up to your body while you sleep, he's not just seeking warmth or physical comfort. This affectionate gesture has a deep and spiritual meaning, a real manifestation of energy protection while you are most vulnerable during sleep. In the spiritual sphere, the moment you enter the state of deep rest is a period in which your energy and consciousness are at their most intense, open and receptive to the invisible world. The cat, with its unique connection to the spiritual plane, knows this and chooses to be by your side to protect your soul while you rest. It creates an energy protection barrier around your body, ensuring that no negative energy or unwanted spirit can cross your aura while you sleep. This behavior is an act of deep care. The cat, due to its intuitive nature, realizes that during sleep, our aura becomes more susceptible to interference and, as a result, assumes the role of spiritual sentinel. Your presence at your bedside acts as a vibrational shield, pushing away any evil thought or presence that tries to invade your energy field while you are disconnected from material reality. Cat urine smell. Although the smell of cat urine can be a nuisance for many, in many spiritual traditions, this fragrance is seen very differently, as a powerful amulet with profound protective and transformative qualities. Rather than being something to be avoided, the smell of cat urine is considered an energy barrier, capable of warding off negative influences and creating an environment immune to evil forces. What many don't know is that cat urine contains specific chemical compounds that emit a unique vibration, capable of interacting with the spiritual plane. In spiritual vision, the odor exhaled by urine acts as an energy shield. By marking its territory, the cat unconsciously sets invisible limits for unwanted energies, creating a spiritual protection zone around your home. Thus, any malicious presence or negative energy tries to approach, but is immediately repelled by the vibrational frequency unique that cat urine emits. Already esoteric culture, the smell of cat urine is also associated with prosperity and good luck. In various spiritual practices, it is believed that when the cat leaves this scent in the environment, it attracts good energy and favorable vibrations, purifying the space of any trace of heavy energy or bad omens. It not only drives away negativity, but attracts abundance and prosperity to your home, creating a favorable atmosphere for personal and financial growth. Bringing in dead animals. When your cat brings you a dead rodent, a bird, or even another small animal, you might think he is just demonstrating his hunting skills, or even trying to show you a gift. However, in many spiritual and esoteric traditions, this gesture carries a deep and symbolic meaning, representing a spiritual victory against invisible forces. When hunting and bringing a dead animal into the house, the cat is symbolically defeating an invisible enemy, one negative entity, one evil spirit, or even a dense energy that tries to invade your space or disturb the energy balance of the home. This act is not just a display of dexterity, but an active spiritual action which reinforces the cat's role as guardian and protector of your home and well-being. In the spiritual view, the invisible world. It is full of subtle entities and forces that can affect our energy and peace of mind. The cat, with its keen nature and extra sensitivity, is able to perceive these threats that many of us cannot see or perceive. When capturing and bringing prey to you, the cat is saying, "I protected you from an invisible threat. That enemy has already been defeated." In addition to all these signs, remember, cats are energy transmitters. They can absorb negative energies and transform them into positive ones. Their purrs, for example, emit a therapeutic frequency that helps heal body and soul. If you have noticed any of these behaviors, know that your cat is taking care of you in a special and spiritual way. Share your story in the comments. How has your cat protected you spiritually? Subscribe for more content that strengthens your spiritual connection. Thank you for accompanying us on this journey of clarity and self-knowledge.